Hey guys, it's Wilson here, part of the CIS 101 film review project. Today, part of the whole little tiny short clip that I made was to start the review about um, the social dilemma. That's what my project is based on. The film I wanted to review, and it's a really good and interesting film for many reasons. The film has a couple of, well, not even a couple. The main point of the film is to draw attention to the fact that social media has become a breeding ground for a lot of other issues that correlate with the divide between our society and how we interact with the natural world today. We used to not have the issue of having to limit our time inside because of screen time, instead limit our time outside because we were spending too much time outside. Now we do have to look back and see if these little devices are really useful in the way that they present to us, to the tips of our fingers, the world, through Instagram, through Twitter, through Facebook, through Google, name them. You have, in the tips of your fingers, you have the ability to find anything that you want in the internet, to create anything you want in the internet, and to share anything you want in the internet. And the last two are probably the main focus, if not the entirety of the film is based off of the fact that the last two are consequentially creating a atmosphere in our society that could not only destroy how we communicate and how we see the world, but could alter for the rest of our history um, the way we live life. And the truth is that these algorithms that run these programs, Google search, YouTube algorithm, Instagram's algorithm, Twitter's algorithm, creates this really important and scary kind of filter, not a filter, in which whatever you believe is true will be always true to you. And if you follow the people that you follow that believe what you believe, it will never change. But that's a perfect breeding ground for radicalization and misinformation being spread. And that's something that, sadly, not even because they wanted to, but just because how well they built these search engines and these algorithms, there's a consequence of building it so well that these misinformation, this fake news, and radicalization of certain people cause such disturbance in our world now. We had in the film, we have so many references to current events that have happened because of it, like Pizzagate. We've had people killed, like we have the possibility, and there's a real possibility that I can't, because I haven't seen the research and I'm not an expert in this, but they even cite the 2016 election as something that was colluded with so many aspects of the algorithm that runs social media, that runs our search engines. Everything that our society runs on the internet, on the cloud, runs off of these algorithms, and these algorithms could be very dangerous because if you get radicalized or you get pushed these more fake news or this misinformation, you could cause real harm to people, and that is shown time and time again in the film, um, and it shows that it's real. But I'd like to think of it just like some of the interviewees in the film. There's an optimistic view to all of it. Just because we have kind of the death of society, how they put it, to our fingertips, we also have the birth of a lot in on our fingertips. We have the ability, like Wikipedia, which isn't a reliable source, but it is kind of something that you could just reference and check if What's the composition of water? H2O. You know, now you used to have to study long periods of times through textbooks that were the size of libraries. They were heavier than our bodies, and there were way too many textbooks to read. Now we have Quizlet. Now we have um, Study Hero. We have so many websites that have been created to help us, to help society to move forward. And there's things like this that they don't highlight specifically, but they do talk about it in the film. And just those same algorithms also help us. And I do want to point that out before everybody just goes into that kind of state of mind, because the film does put you in this kind of freakish nature, even with the storyline that they go under. It's very more of a, oh, be scared. This is a imminent threat, and it could kill you. I wouldn't say that it's like that. I say it's an imminent threat, but it's a slow burn. It's that knife that takes its time, and it will kill you. But it it needs to be addressed. But again, it's still a tool that could be used very well to also advance us into society. Um, the the film pretty much relies on that fact that society needs to kind of be, we're at a crossroads today where if you if you're too far into social media and the algorithms run your life, then there is no real hope for everyone else. You know, you're fighting with someone, your opponent knows you better than you know yourself. And that's kind of the terrifying aspect of how they put it. Again, there's still a lot of hope in it. I believe that the film does a great job of also showing us at the very end um, the the greater portion of life where you have the possibility of sharing things that are also great. But it's this kind of a is a a tale to share and to impose as wisdom, solemn wisdom. This film, this documentary type of film, where it kind of warns us that we are headed in a direction which we need to be careful, and and we need to really think about what we post, what we check. If we dive too deep into the rabbit hole of misinformation, and how we critically analyze surface level content. Honestly, it used to be well researched and generalized public knowledge that the Earth is round, and they poke fun of it here in the film. And I won't. I hope that this doesn't eager you not to watch the film. The film is a great film. I encourage all of you guys to still watch it. It's a great film. I'm not exposing a lot. It's very vague what I've spoken about. They go into detail about specifics. They have experts in their field that talk specifically about what they've worked on, from Google engineers to Instagram engineers, Facebook engineers, YouTube engineers that have created the algorithm that they now see to oppose. Um, but it's a very genuinely good film that you should watch. But they do warn us that this is something that's coming, that we have to watch, because your opponent that we're fighting is somebody that knows you 5 times more than you know yourself. They know how to keep you on your phone. They know if I open my phone right now and I open Instagram, the very first post will be something that will capture my attention and will keep me drawn into the rabbit hole of, oh, this is a funny video. Maybe I could find another one. Oh, this is instructional. I could find another one probably. Oh, look, this is a pretty cool picture. I could find another one. And they do a really good job of showing that. It's really interesting, and I hope that you guys have a chance to watch this film. Again, it's called The Social Dilemma. It's on Netflix. Um, if you want, I could. Actually, I don't know how to get Netflix. I don't condone illegal pirating, but I believe Putlocker was a website that I used when I was younger. You didn't hear that from me, but I hope that you guys watched the movie, and I hope you guys liked it and loved it like I did. Don't be afraid of technology after you watch it. Believe me, they make it seem a lot worse than technology or the algorithm is. But again, be careful. Thank you.